Hey guys, all right, today we're going to be going over the second page of your fraction review. All right, so starting with the first block, if the denominators, which is the bottom numbers, if they are the same, then you can simply add the numerators. So you never add denominators, so you know that 10, 10, 10 is going to just stay 10. Then add the numerators. 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 9. All right, here we go. Can you circle the fractions below that are greater than half? Okay, so if they are greater than half, then that means that the numerator is more than half of the denominator. Okay, so if we look at 8, half of the denominator, half of 8 is 4, and since 5 is greater than 4, then this is greater than half. Half of 5 is 2.5. Since 2 is less than that, that is not. Half of 12 is 6. Is 6 greater than 6? No, it is not. Half of 100 is 50. Is 56 greater than 50? Yes, then it is greater than half. Half of 10 is 5. Is 6 greater than 5? Yes. So these three fractions are all greater than a half. All right. Now, can we order these fractions below from the least to the greatest? That means from the smallest to the biggest. All right. Since they all have the same numerators, you know there's the same amount of pieces in each, okay? So then we can just look at the denominators to determine how tiny the pieces are. The larger the denominator, the tinier the pieces. So 3/10 has 3 tiny pieces. 3/4 has 3 larger pieces, okay? Because this is almost 75% of a pizza. Okay, so the smallest is 3/10. The largest is 3/4. Next is, this is 3/6, and this is 3/5. This is putting them in order from least to the greatest. As I said, if the numerators are the same, you know that the pieces are, there's an equal number of pieces in each of these fractions, but the denominators make the pieces smaller. All right, so can you name 2 fractions that are equal to half? Well, all you got to do is multiply the top and the bottom by the same number to get equivalent fractions. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom of this by 3 to get 3 sixes. 3 sixes is equal to half. I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom of this by 5 to get 5/10. 5/10 is equal to half. All right, can you find the product of this? So if you're doing 7 times 2/3, that is 2/3 7 times. So 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3. Okay, so when you do that, you know your denominator is going to stay the same, and then you just add the top. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so 14/3. Another way you can do it is you can just take 7, put a 1 underneath, because you have learned that fraction bar means divide. So 7 divided by 1 is the same thing as 7. Then you can multiply the top and the bottom. 7 times 2 is 14. 3 times 1 is 3. When you turn that into a mixed number, 3 divides into 14 4 times with 2 left over, 4 2/3. All right, when you are comparing fractions, you are going to cross multiply. So you're going to bottoms up, bottoms up. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 times 10 is 40. This one is larger, so your alligator is going to eat that side. All right, so again, when you're comparing, bottoms up. So 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 2 is 16. This one is larger. All right. Can rewrite this as an improper fraction. So remember, when you're doing improper fractions, you're getting mad. Multiply, add, and the denominator stays the same. So you're going to do 12 times 3 and then add the 7. So 12 times 3 is 36. Add the 7 is 43/12. So this is literally 12 times 3 plus 7, because you're multiplying and then you add, and the denominator stays the same. You get mad at it. Can you convert this to a decimal? Say it out loud to yourself. 7/10. Oh, Miss Ross, I know how to write 7/10 as a decimal. The 7 is in the tenths place. All right. Can decompose 5/100ths into a sum of unit fractions. So you could do 1/100th plus 4/100ths. That will give you 5/100ths. You could do 2/100ths plus 3/100ths. That would work as well. All right, here we go. So you can fill in the missing numerator. So you know from class that when you're finding equivalent fractions, because equal means they're the same, when you're finding equivalent fractions, whatever you do to the bottom, you got to do it to the top. So how did you get from 100 to 10? You divided by 10. 100 divided into 10 equal sections is 10 in each. Do the same to the top. 10 divided by 10 is 1. So 10/100ths is the same as 1/10. All right, so now use a diagram below to find a fraction equivalent to 2/3. What I like to do is this. I like to draw a line right here. Now it's not 2/3. Now it is 4/6. Okay, you could divide it again. You could go like this. Draw 2 more sets of lines to divide it into equal pieces. And now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 out of 12. All of those are equal to 2/3. All right? All right, guys. Love you. Bye.